clearly one-sided. You know, I've had a few conversations with the Chief Minister as well. Kaushik interviewed him recently, Ajay Alok. He's looking at things largely from the Maitai perspective. Everything that's being sent, shared, spoken of, looks at it from one community. Now that community is important. It also has 40 seats, more than the Kuki seats. But then there are things that go beyond politics. Respond to Avinash Paliwal, who says that unless the Chief Minister takes responsibility, unless accountability is pinned for the worst civil war-like situation India has seen, Manipur can never begin the process of healing. It can't be life as normal. What you're seeing is an enforced peace. On the ground, there's a India-Pakistan-like division.
Of course, right now it's an enforced peace. There is no doubt about it. That's what I said earlier, that when we are talking of confidence-building measures, the talks are being held with the people of both the communities. And secondly, Rahul, I do feel that in politics and in situations like this, you cannot have a knee-jerk reaction. That amidst of violence, you just take a Chief Minister resignation. That's not going to help. Was that going to end the violence? Was that going to end the conflict between the two communities that has been happening for the last 80 to 90 years? You have to get into the core of the problem, and then only you can have the solution. That's what the government is trying to do. As far as law and order and impartiality...
Do you think, Kaushik, it's possible that the situation returns to normalcy while Biren Singh stays CM?
See, it's a catch-22 situation. If Biren Singh is removed, as far as I have understood by being there, now this will be taken by the Métis and Affront. That already Kukis are demanding that Biren Singh should be removed. So the moment BJP touches him, central BJP, then there would be bigger revolt within the Métis Valley, Imphal Valley. So it's actually a catch-22.
So let Avinash Paliwal respond, because you're saying that the Chief Minister must go because of these lapses. It could provoke a counter reaction from the Maitai community. The government is saying let's try and restore peace and normalcy to the extent possible. Removing the Chief Minister at this stage could be counterproductive for all the reasons that Kaushik just mentioned.
Rahul, do you see the logic, the circular logic of that? You have a Chief Minister who's, by your own admission, pushing a partisan Methi agenda, and now that the situation has already gotten out of hand, he won't resign because there's fear of more violence. I mean, this is what we have reduced politics to. If that is the case, then yeah, we have nothing more than basic electoral interests, because this is, these are mobilized communities now, very, in a very sensitive situation and a very violent situation. Who's responsible for that? Do you think there could be peace in the Zokuki areas moving forward with this kind of conditions attached to, if you remove one person who broadly there is an understanding has made huge amount of mistakes? If you remove him from Chief Minister, there'll be even more violence. Then what are the security forces doing? Can't we impose basic constitutional measures with so much armed forces presence in Manipur already? Then, this is a deeper question about the capability of the state of India in a very security sensitive border.
It's a circular logic. And how can Ajay Alok, the Kuki community, accept Biren Singh and treat him to be a genuine Chief Minister when he so clearly has looked at this problem from the Maitai point of view? He doesn't have the trust of both communities.
See, the division of Manipur, let's not get into electoral fact of the things, because we had 10 Kuki MLAs also from in the BJP.
Who are very upset with you at this moment and very upset with, they're very upset with Biren Singh, and they've demanded his resignation.
Of course. That's true, because there is a normal perception that Biren Singh is biased towards Maitis, which is not a truth, actually. He's trying to control. The first 2 days, the state was not able to control, and from the third day, the control started enacting when the forces were adequate. And you have to look into totality. You cannot pinpoint a subject and this is responsible, so remove it. I don't argue the fact. Biren Singh is not going to be the Chief Minister permanently. One day he has to be replaced. So that doesn't mean there will be a violence. So for that logic, I am not accepting it, that if we remove Biren Singh, there will be violence again. No. Right now, what is the requirement is not resignation of the Chief Minister, but to install confidence among both the communities that life could return to a normalcy. Politics can take a back seat. Maitis having 40 seats and 30 seats, that doesn't make a difference to our skin. Right now, the priority of the central government and the state government is to create normalcy and peace in the state where people can live peacefully. Because majority of the population, don't forget, if a majority of the population wants peace. It's only the political element and the element who are at loss. They are provoking violence, and we have to identify them and take them to task.
Riju, Dutta wants to come in from the Trinamool and respond to what you're saying. You're asking that peace be allowed to prevail. We can deal with the sacking of the Chief Minister later. Riju.
I will just state facts and not go into a mudslinging match. BJP MLA on record saying that it is N. Biren Singh who unleashed its militia on one community. So I don't know how he is still there as the Chief Minister. Second, if removing Biren Singh can cause violence, when there are so many troops on ground, what is stopping the BJP regime to impose Article 356 in Assam? In Manipur, why they are not doing that? Point number 3, your library is very
Should
strong.
we impose Article 356 on Bengal also? Should we impose Article 356 on Bengal also, because Calcutta High Court has also interfered and told you 4 times about it?
The right to rule this country. These shameless people, after being belted by the...
No, you want Article 356 on Bengal also because of Panchayat poll violence.